Hi everybody and welcome to another episode of Adi's Asian Kitchen. If you've been following the show, you'll see in the last episodes I've done some fantastic Thai food, and today we're going to make a very nice one, and it's called Mussel and Pineapple Curry, and this is an absolute delicious. Okay, and just before we get started with the cooking, I want to ask, have you subscribed? Are you pressing the notification button? I want to make sure that everybody is looking and seeing all of these recipes because there's some really tasty stuff in there. Well, now I'm going to show you what we've bought from the market, and then we can make a start on what we're going to make today. Okay, so set out nicely in front of me, I've got all the ingredients that we've been and bought today. The main ingredients for this, obviously pineapple and mussels. Now with the pineapple and mussel curry, it's very tasty, it's very sweet, and if you follow this one you're really going to enjoy it. So to go with the pineapple and the mussels, we've got some tamarind, some fish sauce, some spicy chili paste, we've got kaffir lime leaves and fresh chilies, some sugar balm, some coconut milk, and then we've just got some diluted coconut milk that we're going to use to top it up, because if you use too much coconut milk it'll just taste a little bit too sweet, so that's why we add the extra. Okay, so we've got the heat on here now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in about 150 ml of the coconut milk. That's about half of what I've got here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 90 grams of hot chili paste. So just turn it around a little bit so you can see, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir it in, and as this gets hotter the curry paste will melt into the coconut milk, and then we'll end up with a very nice creamy texture. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add another 150 ml of coconut milk, so that gives us 300 ml of coconut milk in there. I'm just going to stir that in again. Just let that pick up some heat. Okay, so you can see that's boiling away very nicely now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in just 1 spoon of the sugar balm, because the pineapple is very sweet pineapple. So the last thing that I want to do is make this too sweet. So I'm just going to stir that in, and then I'm going to add 4 spoons of fish sauce. And then I'm going to put in 1 spoon of tamarind. And then I'm just going to give that a nice stir up, get everything all together. And we'll save the rest of the sugar balm, because if it's not sweet enough, then we'll just add a little bit more. Okay, so that's looking absolutely nice and creamy now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the pineapple. Now this is a very large pineapple, about 800 grams. So I'm going to stir that in, and then I'm going to add about 300 ml of diluted coconut milk. And when I say diluted, it literally is diluted with water. just so that it's not too thick and not too creamy. And the reason why I put the tamarind in before, because this, as I've tasted this pineapple, it's a very sweet pineapple, and the last thing you want with a curry is too sweet. So we put the tamarind in, and that just makes it a little bit bitter, sour. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cover this over, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, so I've been waiting very patiently for about 10 minutes just while this is boiling up, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give it a little try. I'll just put that to one side. Oh, that tastes delicious already. Just the right amount of sweetness, but a lot of spice. What I'm going to do is, though, just to give it that little bit extra sweetness, I'm just going to add a little bit more sugar balm. Just give that a little bit of a stir around. And then, as you can see from here, the pineapple has already started to break up. And what I'm going to do now is I've got some mussels, and I'm just going to add those in. These have already been steamed, so they're already nice and soft. I'm just going to give them a little stir in. Now that's going to be a little bit too thick, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about another 100 ml of diluted coconut milk. Because I want to make sure that everything is covered over. Okay, just a little bit more, so added about another 120 ml of coconut milk diluted there. Okay, so now I'm going to put, okay, so now I'm just going to put the lid back on for a little bit longer. Okay, let's take the lid off and see what we've got. Wow, that looks amazing. You can see all the oil has come to the top. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take the stems out of the kaffir lime leaves and just add them into the curry as well. And some chili. And give it all a nice stir. I'll just turn this off because it's pretty much done now. Just give that a nice stir around. You can see that the sauce is nice and thick. The oil mixing in very nicely. And you might think that having mussels and pineapple in a curry is a very strange combination, but trust me, if you try this, you will think that you have gone to heaven. Okay, so that's the curry all finished. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of the curry and put it into a nice bowl, and then we'll give it a try. Okay, well, that's it all into a nice bowl. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give it a try, and funnily enough, this is always my favourite part. Now that is delicious. If you're going to follow any of my recipes, please give this one a try. This is absolutely delicious. Okay, well, thanks for watching again. If you're going to try any of these recipes, I definitely recommend that you try this one. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you've already hit the notification button, that's brilliant, because that means that you're going to be the first to see my new releases. And if they're anything like this one, you don't want to miss them. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you next time.